Mama Dufedapo, thank you for being here. If you're on YouTube, you're on Facebook, share the link with friends and loved ones and let them know what's going on. We're about to have a good time. The discussion this evening is going to be very, very robust, enlightening, encouraging, instructive, and inspiring at the same time. And for those of us on Maxwell, you're welcome. Maxwell, you're welcome. Maxwell, you're welcome. Facebook, you're welcome. YouTube, you're welcome. Instagram Live, you're welcome. Wherever you have joined me from this evening, it's my pleasure to have you here. All right, please do me a favor, tag your friends in the comments, especially those of us on Instagram Live. Just put their handle in the comments right away. IG Noble, I see you, you're welcome. All right, go ahead and tag your friends and loved ones in the comments. Let them know if you're on YouTube, you're on Facebook. Share the link with your friends and loved ones. Let them know we're about to discuss the inside job, okay? The inside job. We're going to be in this topic for the next 3 Wednesdays, all right? It's going to be a good one. You are going to learn a lot. You are going to be inspired. You are going to be encouraged. You are going to be instructed. Remy Adepoju, you are welcome this evening, okay? You know I like to get to work early enough. I like to make the sessions as brief as possible so that those who want to watch or listen to the teaching later, you know, can are not discouraged. It's not too long for them to cover. So like I said, this evening we're talking about the inside job, okay? Welcome everybody. The inside job, okay? If you have been following me for the last few weeks, you would notice we talked about authentic relationships. We talked about the very best of me. And one statement that has been, you know, recurrent, something we've been saying over and over again, that's where I'm going to start from this evening. And it's the fact that the quality of your life is determined by the quality of your relationships. If you have heard me say this over and over again, and then perhaps I'm beginning to say it enough, okay? The quality of your life is determined by the quality of your relationships. One of the things I've shared with us before now is the law of attraction. It says, who you are is who you attract. And I add, who you are is who you can keep in your life. You know, because if you look at that law, some people will say, what? I've had people in my life that I don't like. I have people in my life that are not like me. Sometimes people who are not like you can be attracted to you, as it is negatively, so it is positively. If they are not your type of persons, they will not last, whether positive or negative. All right, so if you have people in your life that you cherish and you appreciate, and you are not like them, essentially, I'm not just talking in fine details, I'm talking about your values. I'm talking about the things that form your essence. If you are not similar in nature, then you cannot keep such people in your life. A man who is not a gentleman in his essence cannot keep a fine lady in his life. An employer who is not mindful of other people, an employer who is not sensitive to employees, who is not generous, who is not, a servant leader at his core, will not keep excellent people in his organization. Okay, the law of attraction. Who you are is who you attract and who you can keep in your life. Now I need you to follow these statements one after the other because they build up to what I want to start talking about tonight. So the quality of your life is tied to the quality of your relationships. Now, who you are is who you attract and you can keep in your life. So you are important. You are that variable in your relationships that you can control, and then you can determine the quality of the people in your life, and by so doing determine the quality of your life. Now this is the big idea I came to share with you tonight. How you think is who you are. How you think is who you are, and that's the big idea I came to share with us this evening. How you think is who you are. Let me explain it to you this way. the lifespan of a tree and the quality of its fruit is determined by its roots. Okay? The lifespan of a tree and the quality of its fruit is determined by its roots. In other words, a tree may be surrounded by a fertile environment. There are nutrients in the soil, there's water, there's sunlight, okay, there's oxygen. But if that particular plant does not have strong roots, does not have long roots that go deep into the soil, then that particular plant will be stunted in growth. The lifespan of such a plant will not be long, and the quality of the fruit it will produce will be, what's the word I'm looking for now? Will be inferior. Okay, now, what the root is to the tree is what your attitude is to you. Okay, your inner reality, your mental state is to you what the root is to the tree. The quality of your thinking will determine the quality of your person. That's why I say that how you think is who you are. Okay, in his book, Winning with People, John Maxwell says, who you are is how you see. Who you are is how you see. In other words, even the ability to recognize opportunity is a function of how you think. So what is happening to you is not as important as what is happening within you. Okay, your attitude, I'm sure you have heard this statement, that your attitude determines your altitude. Okay, what that simply means is that your attitude, you see, how you see, who you are is how you see. So what it means is what somebody is calling a challenge, another person calls an opportunity. Now, it's the same fact, but we see differently. And you need to understand that how you see, okay, is a function of your mental state. Let me explain it this way. Your attitude is a complex mental state. It involves your beliefs, your feelings, your values, and your disposition to act in certain ways. And your attitude determines your life. Oh, somebody is saying, oh, if I was born to the parents, to rich parents, if I was born in the right environment, if I was born in all of those qualities, and who still made a shipwreck of their life. And there are people who were born in challenging circumstances, who were raised in the wrong side of town, who were raised, by the wrong people, so to speak, and yet they turned out in life. As a matter of fact, I teach this to people, that you see, success begins with responsibility. There is a certain stage you get to in life that you say to yourself, if it is going to be, it is up to me. From that moment, you begin to make decisions. You need to realize your mental state, your internal reality will determine the outcome of your life. Now, there are three people I want to share their statements with you. These are people that over the years I've inspired, I've instructed, and have been a massive influence on my life. The first one of them is John Maxwell. I want to share with you something that he said. Look at this. John Maxwell says that accomplishment is more than a matter of working harder. It is a matter of believing positively. This is instructive. This is important. Accomplishment is more than a matter of working harder. It is a matter of believing positively. It is called the sure enough factor. If you expect to succeed, sure enough, you will. If you expect to fail, sure enough, you will. We become outside what we believe inside. Listen, this quote has been with me for years, and it has shaped how I think and how I live my life. Okay, especially the last line that says, we become outside what we believe inside. So it does not matter what people are saying around you. It does not matter what you are saying. The big question is, what do you believe? Okay, what do you believe? Because we become outside what we believe inside. If you truly believe it, then it's only a matter of time. It will become your reality. Another person that has made such a tremendous impact in my life, as a matter of fact, growing up, I'm still an introvert, but I was very shy, very timid. I had a bad case of insecurity, inferiority complex, growing up in my teenage years. And I'm grateful for people like John Mason, who wrote the book, The Enemy Called Average. Okay, books like that helped me. See, but I got to a point in life, somebody gifted me a book by Dr. Keith Johnson. I recommend that book all the time. The book is titled The Confidence Makeover. Okay, The Confidence Makeover by Dr. Keith Johnson. In that book, he said something that has stayed with me and really, really inspires me, and I want to share with you this evening. Dr. Keith Johnson says that successful people are just ordinary people who have developed an extremely strong belief in themselves and what they can do. They have no doubts. If for some reason they do not succeed, it really affects their strong belief that they will succeed the next time an opportunity arises. This is so instructive. Please allow me to read it again. Successful people are just ordinary people who have developed an extremely strong belief in themselves and what they can do. They have no doubts. If for some reason they do not succeed, it really affects their strong belief that they will succeed the next time an opportunity arises. Okay, I read this book at a time in my life where, you know, I was struggling. I was trying to build and you know, of course, more than the words I've read to you, the book is massive, beautiful book. You know, but what it did to me was let me know that, look, at a point in your life, you have to focus on your mental state, on your inner reality, and you have to be intentional about your thoughts, what you believe, and what you say to yourself. And that's what I want to do. I mean, in these 3 sessions we're going to have this Wednesday, next Wednesday, and the 3rd. Okay, I'm going to show you how that you can be strong where it matters most. Okay, and that is within you. When you are mentally fit, okay, you are fit to succeed, you are fit for relationships, you are fit to overcome challenges, you are fit for life. Okay, fit for life. Another statement I want to share with you, okay, is by Richard M. DeVos. Okay, Richard M. DeVos. He said that the only thing that stands between a man and what he wants from life is often the will to try it and the faith to believe that it is possible. Is that not massive? Is that not beautiful? The only thing that stands between a man and what he wants from life is often the will to try it and the faith to believe that it is possible. Now, can you see, if I want to summarize this statement, it means the only thing that stands between a man and what he wants from life is his mental state or his inner reality. Okay, because it says the will to try it and the faith to believe that it is possible. Now, as we proceed this evening, we're talking about the inside job, okay? Growing stronger where it matters most. And of course, in the introduction, I have shared with you how that your internal reality, your mental state, okay, is very, very important. It determines the outcome of your life, because you see, it configures who you are, and then who you are determines who you attract and who you can keep in your life, and the quality of your life is determined by the quality of your relationships. Okay, so we proceed evening. Allow me to share with you 3 facts about attitude. Okay, 3 facts about attitude, and this is the first one. There is no middle ground. There is no middle ground. Your attitude is either positive or negative. There's no middle ground. If your attitude is not positive, your attitude will be negative. Now, don't forget the words of John Maxwell. We become outside what we believe inside. Okay, whatever is happening within you will create an aura around you, and it begins to determine what you attract. It begins to determine what you can do. The person that thinks life is difficult, anytime he sees a challenge, he says life is difficult, he does not task his mind to produce solutions. The person that believes that, look, to every problem there is a solution, every time he sees a problem, he is looking for what? For a solution. So he makes a demand of on his creativity, on his imagination, to produce answers, to create solutions. And guess what? He'll realize is that there is no middle ground. If your attitude is not positive, it is negative. So the objective of time that we are having together is for you to become that person who is positive at all times. Somebody's wondering, is that possible? Yes. In the midst of negative experiences, you can be positive, okay? What's happening around you is not as important as what's going within you. And the message I brought to you is that you have the capacity to control your inner reality. I'm sharing with you 3 facts about attitude, and this is the second one. People are mirrors, okay? People are mirrors. They reflect your attitude. This is important. So if you want to know whether your attitude is positive or look at the people around you. If the people around you are not excited, if the people around you are gloomy, if the people around you are not smiling, look in the mirror. There is a tendency they are reflecting your attitude. Okay, if you are the smiley kind of person, if you are boisterous in your attitude, if you are positive, even if people are morose, you see, we all go around with our own atmosphere. So when your atmosphere is positive and you get into a place where people are a little bit downcast, you will notice the atmosphere will brighten. Okay, because people are mirrors. They reflect, okay, your attitude. What you project is what they will multiply back to you. If you're that kind of person that you feel, oh, people are not nice to me, check it very well. Perhaps you are not nice to people. If you make a habit nice to people, you will know people will be nice to you. It's a fundamental principle of life. Whatever comes out of you, whatever flows from you, comes to you in multiple folds, because people are mirrors. Okay. The third fact, maybe before I do, I saw something in a book by John Maxwell. Okay, Winning with People. He said he was visiting, I think it was on holiday, and then he was visiting a little town, and he had a small shop. He said he saw a sign on the wall. Okay, and I just want to share with you quickly what that sign is all about. Okay, the sign says, "Why customers quit." Okay, why customers quit. Now look at what it says. It says, "Why customers quit? 1% dies, 3% moves away, 5% quit because of other friendships. Okay, 9%, okay, because of competitive reasons. Perhaps maybe somebody else has a better price and all that. 9%. Okay? It says 14% quit because of product dissatisfaction, but 68% of customers quit because of an attitude of indifference towards them by some employees." Do you know what that means? That a business or an organization that nurtures a culture of a positive attitude can retain up to 68% of their customers. You see, because people are mirrors, okay? They will just reflect back to you, all right, what you have thrown at them. I'm still looking at 3 facts about attitude, and this is the third one. Your attitude is your responsibility. Okay? Your attitude is your responsibility. You cannot say, I'm down because I'm down. No, you are down because you have accepted to be down. Okay, I'm not trying to beat you on the head. In the course of our time together, I'm going to show you how to do it. It is possible for you to be happy. It is possible for you to be joyful. It is possible for you to be positive regardless of what's going on around you. Okay, at a season in your life, at a time in your life, you can consciously work on developing a positive attitude to life. But before that happens, you've got to realize my attitude is my responsibility. Okay, my attitude is my responsibility. So you take responsibility. If you are not feeling good, you ask yourself questions. Okay, for those of us who are people of faith, you remember how in the Psalms, David was having a conversation with himself. He said, "My soul, why are you downcast within me?" Okay, why are you? He was having a conversation with himself. You can have such a conversation with yourself. You can talk to yourself. No, I'm not supposed to be discouraged. I'm not supposed to be unhappy. I am not supposed to be gloomy. No, that's not the kind of person. You can have such a conversation. That's how you do what? That's how you take responsibility. Now listen to this. Developing a positive attitude simply means taking control of your thoughts. Okay, taking control of your thoughts. All right, your attitude is a product of your feelings, and your feelings are a product of your thoughts. Some people don't know that. Oh, I just feel happy. The reason why you are feeling happy is because you are thinking happy. Okay, the reason why you feel sad a lot of times is because of what you are thinking about. So once you determine what you think about and how you think, you can control how you feel. All right, I was reading one time in the scriptures and I saw how that the Bible says, "Rejoice with them that rejoice and mourn with them that mourn. Now think about that. Let's be practical about this. So it means I wake up in the morning and a friend of mine sends me a text message and says, I just got promoted at work. I can be excited. I can rejoice with him regardless of what's going on in my life. So let's assume, God forbid, now this other guy is a business person and he's just lost about 10 million in a business deal. All right. And the last days he's not been happy. Okay. 2 days later, his friend calls and says, look, I got this contract worth about 25 million naira. He can forget about his own sorrow and rejoice with the person that is rejoicing. Now let's flip it. This guy who just won a contract for $25 million, while he's sharing it with his friend, the friend says, oh, I wish you congratulations. I've always known you can do it. I'm sure, even though I'm in a tough place right now, but I know I'm going to come out of it. And then he says, my friend, what's going on? What happened? He said, man, I lent 10 million in a deal. I was on with them that month. Even though he just got a big breakthrough, he can forget about the breakthrough. His countenance changes immediately. Oh, I'm so sorry. What do? Oh, you know what? 10 million, Abi. But I'll give you 5 million out of money. All right. Just something for bounce back. Now, he can mourn with the person that mourn. When I read that in the Bible, the conclusion I was able to draw is that we can control our attitude. We can control our thoughts and so control our feelings and so control our behavior. Now, it's possible for me to have so much money. When I meet somebody who does not have a lot of money, you see, it's not just about giving them money. I can step in their shoes, feel what they feel. That moment. Let me give another example. In John chapter 10, when Lazarus was sick and then he died, and Jesus came. Now, Jesus told his disciples before our friend Lazarus is sick. After some time, he said it to them plainly, Lazarus is dead, and I'm going to wake him up. So when Jesus got there, everybody was crying and all that. The Bible records that. And my question is, why did you weep? You came to wake him up. So you know that this thing is not going to end in death. You see, but what we do is not enough. Sometimes people forget what we do, how we made them feel. So Jesus wept. He identified with them in their current emotion, even though he came with the ability to turn. We all have the same capacity. You can rejoice. You can be sorrowful. You have a choice. You have the ability. You can control your thoughts. Okay? Like every new habit, it may be challenging in the beginning. With consistent practice, you will gain mastery. Now, I'm going to round up in a moment. And what I'm going to do is share with us, okay, how to develop a positive attitude. But this is something I must say. There are some people, and I think there are some of them, okay, who struggle with this thing I just described, this controlling your thoughts, controlling your feelings, determining your attitude. There are people who struggle with it because something happened to them in the past, all right, or perhaps even their DNA, their upbringing, their experience. Next week, Wednesday, that is going to be my first. People who find it difficult to take control of thought and so control their feelings. But for the rest of us, let me wrap with 3 factors, okay, that will help you develop a positive attitude. I will wrap on that tonight, and then next Wednesday, I'm going to deal with people who struggle with controlling their thoughts, okay, and then the final session, I'm going to general session, okay, on mental fitness, okay, getting stronger where it matters inside you, all right, positive thoughts, okay, positive emotion, using your mind to generate ideas. That's what I'm going to do in 3. But let's round up week 1 this way. 3 factors that will help you develop a positive attitude. Number 1 is, okay, association. Your company is your prophecy. This is important. Your company is your prophecy. You are a product of the company you keep. So you are surrounded by negative people. It's difficult to develop a positive attitude. You have to choose your company. And I say this to people all the time. In the beginning, you may not have the kind of people you desire. Sometimes the people you desire in your life don't want you because you are not yet transformed. So in the beginning, you may have to make do with their books, make do with their teachings, make do with their materials. It may feel lonely, but it's just for a short time. The most reading those books, okay, watching videos, learning, and you're applying those things that you are learning, people like you will begin to be attracted to you. But one thing you want to do is to make sure that you are not surrounded by negative people. Some of us have to be careful, okay, on what we do on social media or how we allow people on social media to influence us. I'm going to say this. So many people are frustrated. So many people don't have anything meaningful to do with their life, and they go on social media and they just throw dirty thoughts out there. So you have to be careful. You know, the Bible even says that you protect your heart above every other thing you protect, because out of your heart, okay, flows the issues of life. Okay, the good news Bible says that your life is shaped by your thoughts. So don't allow just thoughts to be flowing toward. All right, there are some platforms, I don't want to discredit any platform, but some platforms I don't bother with. All right, there are some platforms that I go there to post. I make sure I don't consume from there, because people can just toxic. If you are surrounded by toxic people, it's only a matter of time you will become a toxic person. Okay, the second thing, the second fact will help you build or develop a positive attitude is meditation. Okay, meditation. Sorry for those on YouTube and Facebook, there's a term here. It is meditation. Okay, meditation. All right, what you think about consistently will eventually determine how you think. This is important. What you think about consistently will eventually determine how you think. See, when you read the books of intelligent people, it's not so much of the content of the book. See, what you have access to when you consume the material of intelligent people is you have access to their logic, you have access to their thinking pattern. When you consume their material long enough, you will begin to think like them. And so growing up, one of the things I learned, okay, I shared before earlier how I struggled with insecurity. See, but one of the things I started to do was to consume the material of very creative people. And I found out that I was creative too. See, but much more than sharing their content, I started to produce content of my own, because I can think the way they think. So when I want to write, I will write like them. When I want to speak, I will speak like them. But in a time, in a season, you have to make a habit of continually listening to them. It's very important. And you see, the habit of reading a book, all right, trains your mind to generate ideas. So when you read books of intelligent people, you practically become intelligent in the process of doing that. Okay? You don't want to make the mistake of just allowing anything, especially when it comes to entertainment. You want to watch movies, you want to listen to songs, by all means, make sure you are consuming products of intelligent people. It matters. The amount of creativity that you consume over time will condition how creative you are yourself. Okay, I'm looking at 3 factors that will help you develop a positive attitude. First one is association. The second one is meditation. The third one is communication. The third one is communication. Okay, what you think about nothing to you like your own words. So when I say communication now, I'm talking about communication with other people, talking about self-talk. Okay, self-talk. If you want to feel in a particular way, speak those words to yourself. All right, there's nothing you hear as clear as your own words. All right, so in a season of your life, and I did that at a particular time in my life, I wrote declarations on different areas, okay, on my finances, on relationships, on my career, the things I believe and the things I expected. Okay, for Christians, we call it confession. Faith dance. You have to make a habit of saying those things to yourself, declaring those things to yourself. Look, in fact, these 3 things habitually, it's only a matter of time. You will see a switch in your life. You will become a positive person. Okay, you will become a person. I have so many experiences of how negative situations turned out positive, because you see, I responded to those situations with a positive mindset. A positive mindset. Let me share perhaps just one of them with you. There was a day I was driving my first car. It was a 2-door Golf, 26-year-old 2-door Golf. So it was really, I wasn't driving the car. We used to drive one another, okay? Sometimes I drive the car Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. The car would drive me Thursday, Friday. So I was, for those who are in Lagos, I was in Yaba, not far from Our Lady of Apostles. That's what it's called in Yaba. I got to the junction of the traffic light, and we stopped at the traffic light. When I depressed my brakes, they stopped. Then I looked to my left, and I saw my rear tire rolling to the other side of the road. For those who are familiar with that, there is a military barrack, and the tire rolled across the road, and then at the other side of the road, a military man stood on the tire. If you live in Lagos, you know what that is. See, when that happened, of course, the back car now went down and just hit the ground. Boom! I held to the steering, got down from car. At that time, on that day, I had 2,500 naira with me. That's all the money I had on me. When I came down, I stood in the middle of the road, and the first thing I said to myself is, I'm not sleeping here tonight. I'm going to get home tonight. I'm going to get home with this tonight. I don't know how it's going to happen. You talk to yourself. People will say, oh, maybe you lost your mind. Listen, speak to yourself so that you don't lose your mind. Truth. It does not matter. People think you have lost your mind. When they see your results, they will know that you really have not lost your mind. You can smoking. You can speak to yourself in public. I got down. I spoke to myself. I'm not sleeping here tonight. All right. People here, you know me with some phrases. These are things I say to. Okay. You can never corner a champion. There's a way out. There's always a way forward. The long story short, the military man rolled there, came towards me, and I said to him, good afternoon. I said, good afternoon. He said, no problem. I'll fix it for you. He said, I'm a mechanic with the military barracks, so I will fix it for you. But how much are you to pay? I told him, I said, you know what? I have 2,500 naira with me. I can give you 1,500 and I keep 1,000 to myself. The soldier said, okay. And right there on the spot, fixed the tire for me in less than 50. And he told me, he said, I've just managed it for you. You need to take it to your mechanic who will release it. I said, no problem. And I got back into the car. I was driving about some 15 minutes after that. One of my friends overtook me, Korodu Road, and he saw me, and he was waving at me. I waved back at him. I said to myself, it won't even cross his mind what just happened to me right now. That's just one instance, of positive response to a negative. If at the time I tell you stories upon stories. Now, I'm not saying that the moment you just respond positively, everything will be positive. Listen, but the moment you respond positively, what you have done is giving your mind the space to generate solutions. So sometimes the first solution may not work, the second may not work, but as long as you say positive, you will generate the idea that will work. Okay? 3 factors that would help you develop a positive attitude: association, meditation, and communication. I'm going to stop there tonight, and I will continue next week, Wednesday, 7 p.m. All right? Do me a favor, share this with your friends, okay? For those on Facebook, for those on YouTube, share with your friends, right? For those on Instagram Live, of course, this is not going on Instagram after now, but it will be on my YouTube channel. Okay, just go to youtube.com/Segun Oke. If you want to get all my teachings, not just Wednesdays and Sundays, then you can subscribe to have my teachings sent to you. We've even upgraded now. We send them to you now on WhatsApp, okay? In less than 24 hours, every teaching, you get it on WhatsApp, okay? For token of 1,000 naira, every month, you get 8 teachings sent to you on WhatsApp, not more than 24 hours after the session. If you want to subscribe, just go to my bio on Instagram Live, click on the link in my bio. You would see the opportunity for you to subscribe to have my teachings sent to you. All right, so thank you much for being here. Quickly, do we have any questions? If you have any question, I can take quickly. Those on Instagram, please use the question icon. Those on Maxwell, you can use the chat section on Maxwell. Let me see if I can monitor Facebook. Okay. I'm not sure I'll be able to check book. There might be some echo if I want to try that. Okay, so if you're on Facebook, you may quickly want to send it, or join us on Instagram or Mixlr to send your questions. I might not be able to take questions from Facebook and YouTube. All right. Okay, somebody says, how do we deal with negative family members? You see, you can't choose your family, but you can choose your friends. You can't choose your family, but you can choose your friends. So what do I advise that you do? Be courteous with family, but be close to the people you chose. Now, the fact that we are connected the fact that we are related does not mean we are connected. The fact that we are related does not mean we have to do life together. So just keep some healthy distance from toxic people. It does not matter if they are family. Keep some healthy distance from toxic people and be close to people who are positive, who will help you grow. Okay, the mistake people make is, because family members feel entitled. You are the one that must remember that the person is connected to me by blood does not mean we have to do life together. Be courteous, be nice, but by all means, only be close to people who are helping you to grow, who are helping you to further your course in life. I hope I did justice to your question. All right. Do we have any question before we round up? Any other question before we round up? Okay, like I said, I'm sorry, Facebook and YouTube, I won't be able to take your questions today. We'll put measures in place so that maybe from next week, I'll be able to take questions from Facebook and YouTube. Okay, but do me a favor, please share this with your friends and loved ones. And hey, if you are in the city of Lagos, you want to join us for Easter Okay, this weekend, there are two major things happening at Hill City this weekend. On Friday, we have free shop. All right, yes, free shop. Everybody who comes that day will be able to shop for absolutely free. Okay, it starts at 9 a.m. at Hill City 18/20 Kudirat Abiola Way, Oregon, Ikeja, Lagos. So you want to share with friends and loved ones, somebody you know who can really use some materials, some food items this season. Let them know free shop is happening at Hill City on Friday 9 a.m. And of course on Sunday we'll be live as we celebrate Easter. And my friend and my sister Ibitayo Jeje will be bringing special music this Sunday at Hill City. So you want to join us for this beautiful time this Easter at Hill City. And if you're outside Lagos, you can join us on YouTube, you can join us on Facebook. Just search for at Hill City NG. All right, it's on that note that we're going to round up tonight. Thank you for being a part of this. Thank you for keeping my company. I look forward to seeing you next week, Wednesday. Enjoy the rest of your week. Enjoy the rest of the month. God bless you. Bye-bye.